We're gonna make something delicious today, but I don't know what to call them. So I'm gonna run a contest. Leave me a comment with the best name that you can come up with for these in the comments below, and I'm gonna pick a winner for a great prize. Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of the FOGO Life. I'm your host, Captain Ron. So, I got some inspiration from a buddy of mine, Salty Tales. He made these things that he called dinosaur eggs. What he did, he took an avocado and stuffed it with cream cheese and all kinds of stuff. Well, on top of that, a couple weeks ago, I was out in Arizona, and I'm sitting there eating this guacamole, and I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't stop eating it. So I asked them what they did. They mixed salsa into their guacamole. Holy guacamole! It was delicious, delicioso even. So, I got to thinking, how can I transfer this to the barbecue world? And I'm gonna show you how I do it today. Now, like I said, I always like to tell you where I draw my inspiration from. And this one, like I said, was from my buddy Salty Tales channel. You wanna check him out, he's got a great channel. So, he took this avocado, and we don't wanna use a real soft avocado. For this purposes, you wanna use it as a nice, firm avocado. It's still not turned totally brown, so it's a firm avocado. It's perfect to buy it fresh from the supermarket, just like that. But he cut it in half, deep-pitted it, and it made that cream cheese mixture, kind of like a armadillo egg or something like that, and filled it up with like the cheese and the cream cheese, and it was absolutely fantastic. So when I got that idea for the guacamole, I said, holy guacamole again, it was so good. But I really liked it because it was something a little different. We've all seen armadillo eggs, we've all had them, spicy jalapeno in there, and it's great, no doubt about it. I like this because it's something a little bit different. It's not the same old thing. And we're gonna make it barbecue. We're gonna wrap it in bacon. We're gonna use a little bit of spicy seasoning in there too, and just kick it up just a couple more notches. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to start with 1 block of cream cheese. You gotta make sure that you have it softened, so leave it out of the refrigerator for at least an hour before making this filling. Next, we're gonna add some grated cheese here. I use the Mexican, you can use cheddar, whatever you wanna use. Monterey Jack is great too. And there's no specific amount. And lastly, I have this salsa. I used a jarred salsa here. What I did is I set it in a strainer here to drain and get all the liquids out. I don't want my cream cheese mixture to be overly runny and not gonna stay in the avocado. And then lastly, to end it all up, I'm gonna add some of my rub here. This is a little Honky Tonks chicken seasoning. It's actually a Nashville hot seasoning. And now that we've got it all put back together, let's get this stuff mixed up. You wanna combine it really well, okay? You don't want anything, big blotches of anything. Nope, you want everything combined up really well. So we're gonna put our gloves on and mix it all up, yeah! And the mixture is mixed, and now to our next phase, the avocados. All we're gonna do now is pit our avocado and peel it. So, I'm gonna go like this and just cut right around. And then from here, we wanna take the avocado out of the skin. So we take a big spoon, just slide it right between there, and scoop out the inside, just like this. And now to stuff them. So we're just gonna grab a little bit of our mixture, kind of make a little ball out of it here. It helps if you refrigerate this a little bit beforehand, get it a little more solid again. Then we take our avocado and we just stuff it right in there. Smush it down in there, make sure it's nice and packed. Now it's important, keep the 2 sides of the same avocado together, because now we're gonna take the 2 halves and just smash it together, okay? Make sure you get a nice tight seal on it, okay? Just like that. Next step, we're gonna wrap it in ground beef. So we got our beautiful ground beef here, and you could use any kind of meat that you like, really. You can use chorizo, you could use sausage, use ground chicken, whatever you want. I personally went with ground chuck for this. Got a nice fatty flavor to match that fatty avocado. So we're gonna take it, kind of lay it out, and we're just gonna wrap each single one of these in its own meat casing. You can't beat a meat casing vegetable. So what you want on this is about a 1/4 inch of meat all around. So if you need to add a little more, like I had to do here, just add a little more, kind of squish it around, make it a nice even coating, because you want it to cook evenly now. We want it to cook evenly. And now we have a giant stuffed avocado meatball. Now I was a little bit torn as to what I was gonna do here. I was gonna put a little more Nashville hot on there, but I don't want this to be too spicy. I wanna be able to eat it. So, Tina Cannon's rub. We're gonna put a little bit of this right on the outside before the next step, which is bacon. So, I'm gonna take them out here, and just put a little dab of Tina's rub on here. Just a slight coating. We don't wanna cover it. We're just gonna give it a nice little coating. Now, our next step is my favorite step, because you know I think that everything goes better with bacon. So, we're gonna take each one and we're gonna wrap it in bacon. Look at that. Talk about a bacon avocado bomb here. Remember, there's a contest, best name. What do you think it should be called? Down below in the comments. And for our last little magic trick, we're gonna add a little bit more of the honky tonk on here. So I'm just gonna take it and just kind of sprinkle it on. Folks, prep work is everything. Now, my favorite line, to the refrigerator. That's right, we're gonna refrigerate these for a little while we light the grill, get it up to temperature, makes them a little more solid, firms them up. So, there we go. All right, while our eggs are cold chilling in the refrigerator inside, let's get this grill lit. Now, we're gonna do something interesting. I always talk about our low and slow charcoal being yellow. Now this is gonna be a little bit low and slow, but we're gonna use our black bag. It's not gonna take forever. So we're gonna pop this open, we're gonna fill it up, we're gonna cook it at 350 degrees today. I got something instructional for you in a minute, so just stick with us. Now we're gonna use our BlazeBall with our fire starters to get this going. The beautiful part about the BlazeBall, it protects the starters while you're lighting the charcoal. So we're gonna light it and just drop it right in. So we're gonna cook this at 350 degrees. So the vent settings for 350 degrees are gonna be exactly like this. We're gonna have our bottom vent open to about here. We're gonna have our top vent all the way open. Okay, there's a number of different ways to do it. This is the way I do it, and this is the way that I find works the best. So, if you want to have 350 degrees, set your vent settings like that. Okay, I have returned from the refrigerator. And we got them here, I put them in a different bowl. Anyway, we're at 350 degrees, so it's time to put these babies on and get them cooking. Before you put your food on, folks, you always want to make sure it's clean. I like to use this wood grill scraper here. And now we simply grab them and stick them right on the grate there. And numero tres, all right? Got all three on there. Notice I left the top open a little bit with bacon. So we're gonna do a little something special towards the end. So let's let them cook about 45 minutes.
Later that same evening.
45 minutes they've been on, let's check them out. Oh yeah, look at that. That bacon nice and crispy. What I'm gonna do now, give it a little coat of some barbecue sauce. Use whatever barbecue sauce you would like, folks. It's all good. You can't lose. Now, if this doesn't have enough flavor for you, I don't know what will, okay? We're gonna leave that on there for about 10 to 15 minutes and let that sauce get really caramelized on there and make it nice and sticky and tacky and delicious. Oh, I can't wait! When this comes off, we're gonna wanna top it with some nice greenery. So I got some beautiful cilantro. Whoa! I'm gonna chop up some cilantro and put it on top. I apologize for that singing. We got our extra long grilling tongs, always require 3 clicks mandatory for calibration. But anyway, oh yeah, look at those babies. They are perfecto. So, only one thing left to do. Take them off and let's check them out. Ready? Here we go. Oh, looky there. Oh, sorry, you just called me doing my happy dance because, man, did these come out beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. I mean, just, you know, sometimes things are too pretty. You don't even want to eat them. Well, that's kind of too pretty. I don't want to eat it, except I'm going to. It just looks so awesome. I mean, all right, I got to talk about it for a second. First of all, the bacon. Then you got a little smoke ring on the meat. And look at the salsa and the cheese and everything. Whoa! If you want it a little runnier, put less of the cheddar in there. That's what's going to do that for there. But you know me, this is my favorite time of the video. I love putting it all together. I love cooking, but I really love eating. So, cut me a piece, make sure I got some filling in there, some bacon, and we're gonna try it out now. Cheers, folks. Packed with flavor. Oh my goodness. That avocado is just so soft in there, and that cheese and the salsa. The salsa and the cheese was a really good idea. That added a whole nother level of flavors. And the sauce on the outside, you know what? Next bite, I'm gonna dip it in the sauce again, put a little more sauce on the outside. Oh God, that's good. Actually, a little bite, a little tomato with it would go really well too. So, again, I don't know what to call them, folks. I need help, I need your help. There's a prize. Put down below what you think the best name for these things is. Avocado cheesy flavor bombs. I don't know, you tell me. I will pick a winner. It's not just gonna be me, I'm gonna use 3 other people and we're gonna all decide together, okay? So it'll be cool. So we got a contest. All right, hooray. So, the only other thing I have to cover with you, remember to subscribe to our channel, all right? We just hit a really cool milestone. So join the FOGO family, come join us, all right? And if you ever want the full recipe for this, it's down below. There's a link below in the description. There's a full blog post, everything you can want to know about it. Plus all of the different products that we use here are available down below as well. So, I highly recommend making these. They're outstanding. Use the bacon, use everything. Do it just like this, okay? But until then, until you make your own, remember to do one thing for me. Get out and grill! And I'll see you the next time on the FOGO Life.